You know what? Okay.
Welcome back, everybody. We are back with our regular season predictions of the 2025 to 2026 NFL season.
It's week 1 and we're ready to go. So let's just get straight into this. You ready,
All
Bryson?
right. Yes, I am. Let me pull up the schedule. I did not have that
This guy.
ready.
But I'm excited. New
All
setup.
right.
We're getting ready for an entire season of
And
heartbreak and despair for the Dallas Cowboys. Lost Micah Parsons. We're cooked. Just kidding. I have high hopes.
you got to have high hopes for a living. Didn't have a dime because you didn't make
Okay.
it. Okay, no. All right, my fault, guys. All right, let's start this off. Speaking about the Cowboys, the first game of the regular season is between the Cowboys and the Eagles. How do you feel about that? How do you feel?
Mm, it's difficult because we did lose Parsons, but we do have the new addition of George Pickens on that offense. CD Lamb always plays good. Dak Prescott has a winning record against the Eagles. So with that, I still got to go with my Dallas Cowboys. It's even if it's in Philly, I still have hope that Dallas will go in and upset the Super Bowl champions in week 1.
Do you know if uh Bland and Diggs are going to be healthy by week 1?
Bland is healthy.
Is he? I didn't remember if he got a season-ending injury or not last year.
No, he
So
did
he's
not.
healthy. What
He's
about Diggs?
Diggs will be playing week 1.
All right, that at least makes it a little better. You are correct that the Cowboys do have a better high flying offense with that addition of George Pickens. My question mark comes in the run game because especially with that D line of the Eagles, it's really going to come get a D line.
Okay,
I'm
bro.
kidding, but it really does just come
Okay.
down to how you guys are going to be able to run that ball. And you're going against one of the best rushing offenses in the league after losing one of your best defensive players to stop that.
Okay. I will say this, a counterpoint to that is Micah wasn't known to stopping the run.
He's
He's
a definitely
fast.
pass
He's
rusher,
fast.
yeah.
He can get to the QB quick. But with adding Kenny Clark to that defense, I know he's getting older on the I know he's getting older, but I still think he will be effective and he's also starting. So we just got to see how that goes.
You also got to bring into the fact that it is week 1.
Yeah.
No one's going to be perfect.
Yeah.
It's
And
going to be a closer game than many people think. Oh, my fault, guy.
it's all
It's going to be
good.
a way closer game than many people will think. Just because, week 1, it's a division rivalry.
Mhm.
But I got to go with the Eagles on this one. Unfortunately, just because I do have Saquon in fantasy.
Okay, this guy. Okay. I will say this though. Yeah, with Saquon, they're always gonna be good because still great passing game, great running game.
That
So
offense is just high flying. It's going to be a very hard like time trying to beat them.
yeah,
But
I
I
agree.
wouldn't be shocked if the Cowboys do pull it out just
Yeah,
because it is, week 1 and divisional rivalry.
yeah. So with
We'll
that
see.
being said, we'll go back to this game in a little bit. Deep dive into it. Let's move on to the next game.
All right. Now we're going to go to the next game on Friday night outside of the country. Do we remember exactly where it is?
I honestly cannot remember where this game is
Yeah, I can't tell you either.
at.
But it's going to be the Chiefs versus Chargers,
Mm,
another division matchup on prime time. We're just gonna say this now. We're not gonna go into super like huge depth over each entire game like we just did with the Cowboys and Eagles. It's the start of the season. We do want to have a little bit more of a deeper dive on our teams, but you know, other teams will definitely like bring in some key factors, but for the most part, we're gonna keep it brief, just because it is just weekly predictions. All
mhm.
right, I'll let you start this one off.
Okay, so obviously we know Mahomes somehow always wins games. It's just you know. But the Chargers, with Justin Herbert being back, that offense looking pretty good. But again, it's Mahomes. Hopefully, the refs do not try to help the Chiefs as much as they did last year. And I'm sorry, Chiefs fans. That's how it was the entire year. But I'm actually gonna go with the Chargers for this game.
Okay, I definitely see where you're coming from. I think the Chargers are also going to have a very great year this year. They're just going to build off what they had last year with Jim Harbaugh.
Hmm.
So it's going to definitely be a ride for them, I do think. But to start off the year, week one, they're going to a whole different place. Same with the Chiefs, but you got to think that the refs are still going to kind of suck the Chiefs' cock. So unfortunately for that, I have to say the Chiefs. I don't
It's
like it.
valid.
I don't like it, but that's just how it is. All right, and now to start with NFL Sunday. We're going to start with the
Ooh.
11 a.m. games for us. It's going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New York Jets.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking the Steelers.
I'm taking the Jets.
You're taking the Jets. Ooh.
Oh, actually, no. I think Justin Herbert. Why am I saying Justin Herbert? Justin
Fields.
Fields. I haven't been fantasy. What am I doing? Justin Fields is going to have a way better year this year because whenever he was on the Steelers, when he actually started, he was one of like the top 10 quarterbacks, apparently according to stats. So I just want to see how he does. It's definitely going to be a change in pace, but I'd like to see the Jets at least win this game.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of people think the Jets are going to be absolutely horrible this year, but I do think that they will find a way to win a good amount of games.
I think they win at least 6 or 7. 6-7, 6-7.
This guy. Okay, what's the next game?
All right, I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Atlanta Falcons. A good game, a good game. Another division matchup. But I'm going with the Bucks.
I'm also going with the Bucks because Michael Penix, starting now this year, didn't get any playing time in this preseason. I don't know why they didn't give him any playing time, but that just I don't know. But
I don't know, but I all I know is that he's going to have a few question marks going into week 1. Only got a few games of playing time last year, so he's still trying to build that connection. The Tampa Bay offense is just stacked. They have a huge wide receiver room. Yes, they don't have Godwin coming in yet, just because he is still recovering from an injury.
hmm
I could be wrong. Imagine he still plays week 1. That would be a
that'd
monster.
be cool.
No, but they still have an insane wide receiver room. Their running back room is nothing to sniff at either. I think Baker Mayfield's going to have a huge year and prove that he can still be a great starting quarterback in this league and be a superstar.
hmm
I have faith in him. I love him.
Ah, I agree with that.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm same with the Bucks. I think it's just gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a bad game at all, but I think the Bucks pulled it out easy.
Yeah, week 1 again. Can't stress that one enough. All right, now we got the Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns. Another divisional, right? Dang, how many do we have this week? Never thought about that. But yeah, you got the high flying Bengals offense going against the Browns. And now the Bengals may be a really good team offensively, but then when you look at that
Yeah,
defense,
that defense is. Whoa.
yikes. I still give it to the Bengals.
Yeah, even though the defense is going to like let up, I don't even know how many points, dude. But I do think that the Bengals, that offense is good. So I just think that with Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, it's just gonna be a powerhouse duo the entire season. And again, it's the Browns. I think Joe Flacco is starting.
Yeah, it's Joe Flacco.
So yeah, I'm giving that to the Bengals.
Mm. Now we got a very questionable game with the Miami Dolphins going against the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh.
A bad, two pretty mediocre teams, if I do say so myself. The Miami Dolphins are kind of struggling at defense with their starting corner being Jack Jones because of how many people are injured.
Yeah.
It's not looking really good for them. I'm still going to take the Dolphins because, I don't think Daniel Jones has what it takes. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and Devon Achane is also questionable, but I do believe he will play this game.
I think so too.
Yeah. Also, I have him in fantasy in one of my leagues, so
Wait, I need Jonathan Taylor to go. This is going to be the highest scoring game in NFL history based off only the running backs. Please, I beg.
Hey, but yeah, I do think the Dolphins will win this game. Cause yeah, with Daniel Jones starting, man, I pray for you Colts fans out there.
It's going to be a rough one, but we'll see how it goes. All right, now we got the Carolina Panthers going against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ted McMillan going against Travis Hunter. Both of our favorite college teams. He's Arizona. I'm CU. So it's gonna be a very fun matchup. I'm still taking the Panthers this year, though. I do see the promise in Bryce Young. I also have him in fantasy. We don't talk about that. Uh, but yeah, I think that they're gonna have a better year this year. Their offense is gonna do better. They're gonna get Derek Brown back. Defense might take a step back. We don't know what kind of steps it's gonna be.
Yeah, I also am gonna take the Panthers in this game, just because. Yeah, with the Jaguars, they have new addition Travis Hunter. They got just Brian Thomas Jr., Trevor Lawrence at QB.
The
But
offense has a chance to be
yes,
really
they
good.
definitely do have a good chance. But again, I do like what the Panthers are building now. So I think even if a lot of people are taking the Jags, I believe that the Panthers will pull this game out. And I yes, I agree with you on taking the Panthers.
All right. Now we got the Raiders going against New England Patriots. I'm not going to say much. I'm going to say Panthers are winning. Bitch.
Wait. Say that again.
Patriots. I'm tired. Patriots are winning. Bitch. Ashton Genty, you traitor.
I will be taking the Raiders in this game. You took Philly over Dallas. I don't care.
Okay. All right. Now we got the Arizona Cardinals going against the New Orleans Saints.
I'm taking it, Arizona.
I'm taking Arizona as well here. I don't think there's much to be said. I'm sorry, Saints fans. I hope Devon Vele treats you guys very well. I love that guy. You guys have him now, so we'll see what ends up happening. All right. Now for our last game of the morning slate for NFL Sunday. We got another division rivalry between the Giants and the Commanders. It's going to be a fun game. I'm going with the Commanders, but I do think that Giants defense is getting better. Now, if that offense, didn't have Russell Wilson, fucking hate that guy.
Honestly, I am gonna take the Commanders too, but I also believe that Giants entire team is just vibing. They were vibing the entire preseason.
Oh, I love Jameis Winston.
Sadly, Tommy DeVito was released, but
it happens.
That was a fun preseason to watch the Giants play. I'll be honest with y'all, but yeah.
But yeah, you got to go against the Commanders week 1. They definitely added a bunch of veteran talent.
Yeah.
Few extra pieces that they were missing during last year.
Yep.
You got to think Jaden Daniels is definitely going to take a huge step forward.
And they finally extended Terry McLaurin,
Oh yeah. Finally. Wish that was you, huh? All right, now for the afternoon slate. We're going to start with my Denver Broncos going against the Tennessee Titans. This one's going to be a fun one. You get to see Cam Ward. You get to see Bo Nix going back in it for his second year. Both teams have good promise. It really just depends on who wants to show out there. I'm excited to see my Denver Broncos. I hope that Bo Nix does take that step forward. We definitely added on defense in a few places that we needed. And yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes.
I will be taking the Broncos. The only question I do have is that offense, but let's see if Bo Nix can figure it out with what he has
He
around
definitely
him.
has a lot more promise. He did spend some time with Drew Brees over the summer, trying to improve his game, and you could definitely see that in the preseason. He definitely is a little rusty, so it might take him a little bit, just like how it was last year. But yeah, I'll take the Broncos as well.
Bo Nix, you are not Bo Pigs. You are my savior. I love you, Daddy. Bo. Ah! Bo Nix is Bo Pigs. Bo Nix is Bo Pigs.
Shut the fuck up.
All right, let's get to
That's
the
all.
afternoon games.
All right. And now we're going to go with the 49ers going against the Seattle Seahawks. Another division. Oh my goodness, there's
It's
so
like
many.
rivalry week.
I know, bro. They should have made it on week 4 because that's when they're doing like all the rivalry jerseys.
Yeah.
Get it? Ah,
Uh,
ah, ah, ah. Okay, enough. Uh, honestly, I'm gonna go with the 49ers here. I do think that they're gonna have a bounce back year. They were definitely super injured last year. They did lose a lot of pieces, but I do want to believe in them. I'm gonna go with Brock Purdy. Yes, the Seattle Seahawks did add a good amount to that talent, a good amount of talent to that uh team, but fuck the Seahawks. All I
yeah.
gotta say.
Yeah, with Sam Donald at QB now for the Seahawks, Cooper Cup edition with Seattle's offense.
Two girlies, one cup.
Okay.
Great fantasy name.
Jackson Smith being the wide receiver one now. But again, I do think the 49ers, with McCaffrey being healthy, I'm not trying to jinx them that, but he will be there for week 1 this season, so I
So
do
let's
but
see.
yeah, it's just gonna we just have to see how that goes. But I will be taking the 49ers as well, even as a Cowboys fans. Y'all lucky. But yeah, 49ers, my pick this week.
Speaking about the 49ers, let's jump to another Cowboys rival in the Packers versus the Lions.
Ooh. So I'm gonna start this one off. So, yeah, this guy already knows. So Micah with the Packers now. Number one. He will be wearing number one on the Packers. Sad days. But my honest opinion, I don't think I think Dallas made a good decision to not pay him because I didn't want 47 million. Kind of crazy.
I don't think he would. I think he would have taken around like 30 mil, honestly, to stay with the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
yeah, but Jerry Jones, haha, haha, funny guy.
How about we all? We just need to make a video of us just talking trash on Jerry Jones, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, keep going though.
But I say it's gonna be a great game still, and honestly, I will be taking the Lions still in this game. I'm
I agree with you.
not dissing the Packers, but I just think the Lions are more more developed around Foley
I think
on
they're
offense
definitely
and
gonna.
defense.
I think the Lions are definitely gonna be coming in with more of a vengeance this year after getting first rounded last year. I definitely think that the Lions are gonna win this game. Yes, the Packers have improved greatly over this offseason, but you can't really rely too much on Parsons this game just because he has only been there for like what, a week
Yeah,
by the time this game goes up. So
gotta
it's not going to be a super good showing just straight off the bat for him. And just going against the Lions for your first game is not fun at all ever.
yeah.
So I
So
am going to go with the Lions here.
okay,
All right. And with the last afternoon game, we got the Houston Texans going against the Los Angeles Rams, which is a very confusing game to think about because we don't know how Matthew Stafford is and if he's going to be able to play.
yeah, that is a difficult situation.
They have a great team. I love the Rams, but I can't take them just because of that. I'm going to be going with the Texans. They added to that offense. Sadly, they don't have Tank Dell, but
They do
I
have Nico Collins.
yeah, they do have Nico. They added who was it, Jaden Higgins or something like that. to that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
offense. They
Yeah.
added a few other talented wide receivers as well. Nick Chubb will be starting the season. Sadly, Joe Mixon is injured. There's a chance that he'll miss the whole entire season. Again, I'm just going to break this table. Good thing because we got the Bills coming up next. But I'm going to be taking the Texans here.
I like it. I will also be taking the Texans. CJ Stroud, Nico Collins. I think they're going to have a great game. It's going to be a good game for them.
I definitely think it's going to be a bounce back year for CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
Last year he was sacked so many times. It was so sad.
Yeah, that O-line did not protect him at all.
All right, now going into Sunday Night Football. Speaking of breaking tables, you got the Bills Mafia going against the Ravens.
Ooh, but this is
one of the best games you'll see this season.
I might have to give this. This is the game of the week.
Oh, this is
This
for
is the
sure
game of the
week. Ooh, it's going to be a hard fought game. I'm going to have to take the Ravens here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking the Ravens just because they are going to come in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after that playoff game. Definitely think the Bills are going to give them a run for their money, but I think this is going to be the year that Lamar gets his third MVP.
Ooh,
And
I like that.
And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'll be taking the Ravens too. I just think that with Josh Allen, obviously great QB, but that offense is still questionable in my opinion.
But I will say, Josh Allen, you are one lucky man. Haley Steinfeld, congrats. All right, now for Monday Night Football, we got the Vikings going against the Bears for the last division rivalry this week.
Ooh.
No, both teams have some question marks coming into this year. New head coach for the Bears, new quarterback for the Vikings. It really just comes down to who's going to shit the bed.
That's very true.
And that will most likely be the Bears. And with that, I'm going to be taking the Vikings.
I'll be taking the Vikings too with JJ McCarthy at QB. Questions there, but I do think
that the Vikings can pull it out.
Yeah.
Jordan Addison's going to be suspended the first 3 weeks of the year.
But yeah, that's going to give more room for Justin Jefferson to just go crazy, honestly. That chemistry will just build.
I'm so happy to have him in one of my leagues. But no. Yeah, I just think the Vikings are going to win this week. I don't know how good they're going to be throughout the year. I think the Bears will have a better season going into this. But
yeah, week one again. That's just how anything can happen, honestly. And with that, this is the NFL Week 1 predictions. We'll see how it goes. And yeah.
We love you guys.